Hi, my name is Joshua Paul Williams. I'm a sophomore mass media arts major here at Clark Atlanta University, and this is my second year here, and I enjoy it for the most part. Before Clark Atlanta, I attended Bishop McNamara High School. It was a high school located in Forestville, Maryland, back at home. And yeah, back at home, I lived with my mother and my brother. Uh, in high school, I took two IT classes, info and tech, and with one being web design and the other being digital photography. And ultimately, I enjoyed digital photography better of the two overall. But my teacher still did make it pretty interesting. So congrats to her for that. Uh, and from these classes, I ultimately learned how to create websites in the HTML form and design them in various ways. And also, I learned the concepts of oh yeah, I learned hands-on concepts with Photoshop. And if I had to mention something interesting about me outside of infotech, it would probably be that I love to listen to and create music. So I'm a producer and engineer. The digital audio workstation, or DAW, that I work in is Logic Pro X. And after the past year and a half, I'm proud to say that I've acquired a a good large sum of musical knowledge in different aspects, varying from software on digital audio workstations, music theory, and actual experience with instruments. I've been learning how to play piano and guitar lately, or well, actually the past year. So, and yeah, hopefully the infotech class can teach me something complementary to my interest. Possibly something like software wise, like in the digital audio workstation that I use. And the primary technology impact in my field of study would most likely be that of television, because I am a mass media arts major, and so my concentration is in radio, TV, film. However, my personal interests are more in the television area. So I plan to be an executive producer in the future and executive produce films and TV shows. Uh, and adding on to that, I want to put my own music aspirations into that and incorporate them, and just in a way to combine them together. And yeah, in order to achieve these goals, I ultimately need to get my foot in the door in the mass media industry, and I'm gonna do that beginning with interning as a production assistant, which I'm starting to do now, and moving up to a general producer. And from there, I'll have to ensure I set aside funding in group talent. Oh my bad. I'll have, I'll have set aside funding for grouping talent for an executive production, because I'm gonna have to group people together for an executive production. It's a lot of just talent seeking and having a team together. So from the musical aspect, I'll have to learn more instrumentation and ultimately just practice my craft. And in the meantime, I record I record music with people, and ultimately do it for exposure and possible placements. And a general cybersecurity threat that impacts us today heavily is the use of social media, and it and even streaming platforms such as YouTube and more. Uh, they have access to a lot of personal information and secretly share for profit between one another. And more than that, not even just the big organizations between one another, a lot of small ones. And this creates huge threats, as it is almost crucial to have some form of social media in the professional world and socially pushed. And it's also socially pushed so hard at this point in time. And possible countermeasures in order to lessen the possibility of one's information being spread without consent could be third-party security company, third-party security companies, if you can pay for that, or simply just having less socials floating around. So